Hi guys, good morning. Arlene here. So as you can see, I'm ironing some clothes, or I'm about to start ironing some clothes. And okay, let me set this first. So let me tell you something what happened in the last 2 weeks. I arrived here in Germany. So the first week I was good, actually super good. I was able to, it's too much, was able to go out a little bit outside, help over some of his tasks. But the beginning of the second week, I got sick. So I'm not sure what brought it, right? But first I was able to, you know, with my Filipino behavior, I was like, oh, I will just take medicine and it will be okay, not knowing what it was. But after 2 days sleeping in, or one whole day actually, 24 hours straight sleeping in, and then chilling in the morning, so I was not able to really stand it. So I asked Oliver if we can drive to the nearest clinic. But since it was Saturday, we had to go to the hospital. So luckily we're able to find someone. It's also a clinic inside the hospital. And we were there for like 1.5 hours, so it's not so much waiting. And from there I found out that I had an infection, a kidney infection. So I don't know what exactly happened, kidney infection. So she prescribed me antibiotics for morning and evening, and I can say that it's working very good. And last Monday, because today is Wednesday, right? So last Monday we again went to the doctor to check if the antibiotics is working. It was really working, so no need to change it. And yeah, in a few days medicine will be over, so it's good. Now I don't have fever, I don't have chills. Actually, I'm back to normal again. The reason I'm wearing this clothes is because it's very cold here. When we got up in the morning, there was still some snows on the grass and on the roof. So it looks like it snowed last night, and the temperature was 7 degrees. So it's really very cold, especially for me. I'm not used to this kind of weather. So what did I do the last 2 weeks? Basically, I think it's around the house doing some stuff, and Oliver was very busy disposing garbage waste and all. So from everything, plastic, paper, wood, chemical, metals, as you can see from the previous vlogs. And one time we went to the lake. They call it Lake Lucy. I haven't uploaded the video yet. That's the time that I really got sick. And yesterday we went to Cologne. If you are familiar with it, we visited Cologne Cathedral. It's quite famous and very historical. So we were able to finally, on the second attempt, to climb on top, inside the dome. So it was overwhelming for me because I first visited it last December, I think 31, 2014, and we were too late. We were not able to climb up. So, but yesterday we were early. So, yep, that was good. That was really good, and the weather was sunny. So we were able to walk around, even though it was quite cold. It's around 3 degrees. So really have to wear my big winter coat. And I have 3 layers of clothes inside me, thick socks and everything. So for today, as you can see, I'm okay. So thank you so much for all the wishes as well, because I got some wishes from our subscribers asking how am I. Thank you guys. And today I want to discuss a German household, or what you can see actually in a German family, and in a way what are the worries and concerns, something like that. So as far as I can see here, actually I made a very long list, but I think if I will talk about it, see the list is quite long. It's 1 page. It's just a topic. If I will talk about it, will take like hours. So I think let's take what is basic first, because I am here and standing in a house. So let's talk about housing, okay? So as you know, Germany is a first world country, and that means something, right? It means it's expensive, basically. So thus are the houses. So to own a house here is very expensive. To own, to build, to rent, to mortgage, of course, unless you are working, right? So I heard, and I will verify it with my friend, that the rent is like 10 euro per square meter for an apartment or a house. Normally they call it apartment, not house, because a house is big. It's just like 2-story house, and then apartment is just like for rent or something like that. So 10 euro, for example, per square meter, and you're gonna rent 100 square meter house, then it's already like 1,000 euro in a month. So let's convert it to Philippine money. So at the moment, the euro is very weak. So let's just say euro is 57. I'm not sure. So just take 57 or 56 times 1,000. That's 57,000 pesos in a month. So compared it to Philippine market, that is way expensive, because I know in Lipa the most expensive apartment or house you can rent over there is like 30,000 pesos, or yeah, it can be 50 if it's really fully furnished and it's sitting in a, I don't know, maybe in Mount Malarayat, right? So yeah, house here is very expensive, and having a house, it's also of course, if you have your own house, it will create you an advantage, right? So you don't have to pay rent every month, or when the house is fully paid, then you don't need to pay mortgage. But maintaining a house, it's also expensive, because you have to maintain, you have You have the maintenance cost, you know, what needs to be fixed or repaired. For example, your water heater broke down, like what we have here. The water heater broke down. It's not heating up properly, or it needs to be checked, and directly it will cost you around 200 to 750 euro. So that is a lot. And what if your pipeline broke down? So, will break down, so that will also, or inside the wall something is broken, that costs a lot of money. That's why those workers, like skilled workers like plumbers, carpenters, electrician, window cleaners, they have really a pretty decent income, because they are very much in demand here. So, and when you have a house in the Philippines, we are paying taxes for our property every year. Here it's also the same, but I don't know how much it will cost. But now I'm thinking, I think it's expensive, right? And when you have a house, then you need to have water and electricity. So water and electricity in the Philippines is billed every month, you know. So our system over there is mostly like Batelec. What we have is Batelec for electricity. It's actually private, so it's owned by a group of people. It's a corporation, so they don't trust. So they are coming every month to pay your electric bills, right? And if you come one day late, then they will cut the line, and then you have to go to the office and asking them to reconnect it, asking for additional money. That same goes as well with water. Only water is cheaper in the Philippines. So here, what they are doing, for example, if you have a house, an inspector will come and then they will check, okay, how many appliances you have and blah 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 blah. If you have refrigerator, if you have water heater, you have flat iron, TV, rice cooker, oven, dishwasher, and everything. So for each appliance, they have some sort of how much energy is used by these appliances, right? So, and then they will calculate, and they will say, okay, for the whole year, it's just an example, right? For a household of maybe 2 adults and 2 kids, and then your electric and consumption is like, let's say 2,000 euro, and they will send you the bill by a letter or by a mail. So you have the obligation to pay it in 2 weeks time. And then, so thus with the water, so they will calculate it as well, because they will how many times you are bathing, washing, cooking, blah blah blah, and they will send you the bill, and then you have to pay it. And then at the end of the year, you will get the final report. So from there, you will see if you need to pay more because of your consumption, or you will get a refund. You don't have to worry about not getting a refund, because after you get the invoice and you still, for example, you get a refund of 200 euro, then in the next 2 to 3 days the money will be deposited to your bank account. So that was just pretty straightforward. Yep. So electricity here is expensive, and I heard that they never had a power outage or electrical shortage and the last one was around 1969 or something. So that was really long time ago. And as you can see from the previous vlogs as well, that Germany is busy about the windmills, so that's an alternative source of electricity. Okay. And how can I say, water is expensive here, and maybe you're asking why. Because the government said that in order to get clean tap water coming out from your faucet, which is really safe for drinking, tap water here is has the highest quality, even better quality than the bottled water. And to have this clean and safe drinking tap water, you also have to pay for your dirty water, so that makes it more expensive. So for example, you use 100 liters of tap water, then you also have to pay 100 liters of dirty water, so that's why it's expensive. So maybe for those Filipinas who are here in Germany, and I noticed that they said, oh, they are not washing properly their dishes still with soap, it's because water is expensive. So that's the reason why. And actually, in a way, I felt guilty because I had a hot tub shower and I use a lot of water, and knowing it's very expensive, right? So what can I say about that still?
Hi, baby.
Hi. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.